It's my theory that Ilhan Omar, with her budget, trying to budget $650,000, where Sharon Martin, Michael Cooper Jr., Michelle Cooper, have been violated under identity theft of our Social Security numbers, where I said Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, with intent to harm, stole our Social Security numbers as 2 to 4 year electees, having access to that information, the public disclosure of things that shouldn't pertain to them, where again, I'm not a harm to the public unless they provoke me, should stop them from accessing that information as 2 to 4 year electees. No 2 to 4 year electee should have access to me, my social, my identity, not in a group format, not from the Department of Human Services, because I collect, Social Security under retirement survivors disability insurance, where some people, state allows them to collect supplemental security income based on the fact that their states provide it. Not all states provide supplemental security income. Again, you have to go through your state, or you have to drive to the state. I would have had to drive to Washington, D.C. in order to file my Social Security claim. I would have had to drive to Chicago in order to file my Office of Civil Rights claim. That is how they, in my mind, stopped people like me from accessing the services and supports that these companies, entities, organizations gave me. When I contacted the NAACP, they had a bunch of brochures. They had a website where I went to, and all the things they were giving me, I had already accessed and exhausted. The NAACP for me had now changed, and they were not representing black people, which they were created for. They were now representing the foreigners, which seemed to be the democracy here in the state of Minnesota. The foreigners now overtook the black community. And for me, I thought, y'all gonna quit stealing our resources and supports. Y'all don't even pay taxes. You're vetted, right? So then therefore you're not gonna be collecting Department of Human Services supports if I was elected. I said I would start looking at those natives, because you get support as a native from the natives, which means for me, you don't need help from the state of Minnesota. That means you can't get welfare. You can't get food stamps. You can't get medical. If you're not legal to be here, then that means you should not be getting welfare, medical. We should not be helping you obtain a Social Security number here in the state of Minnesota, which might not extend to Washington, where again, you're paying taxes because you're a dependent on the state of Minnesota. And we depend on your ass so that the white people don't have to pay taxes. And the white people don't pay taxes. They give shoes and coats. They then collect taxes for public schools that are better than ours, the black community. And it's because they say they own property, don't pay property taxes. We don't pay property taxes, but they collect all the taxes for the public schools in some way, shape, or form, like Bloomington High. What year was Bloomington High built?